Marcus, I was telling you that a military person being so peaceful, very kind-hearted, and interested in spirituality has got a great seeking for spirituality, very systematic. And after knowing the importance of the sky system, he brought about 20 people for the system, and then he traveled to Qatar, the Middle East, to take the next level. So that is Marcus. Now I want him to say what he has to say now. Thank you, Marcus. Please go ahead.
Thank you for that very kind introduction. And thank you everyone for participating today. Today I'd like to do a very short presentation. So I will just share my screen. There we go. Can you all see my shared screen?
Yes, we can. Yes,
okay,
we can.
Great. So very shortly, I'd like to just introduce myself. Like Balachandran mentioned, I'm employed in the Danish Army. So just, you have this saying that a picture says more than 1,000 words. So I believe I've managed to say over 5,000 words in this simple picture. These are just some spotlights from my everyday work. So as you can see, I've been quite busy for quite some time in serving my country, but also doing my very best to promote peace and understanding between people of different countries and different cultures. Here are some highlights from my spiritual journey I have taken from each meeting I've been fortunate enough to have with Sky. As you can see, it all started here in Denmark. Then we went to the Netherlands, and finally we went to Qatar. Like Balachandran mentioned, Sky has had a profound positive effect on my own life. So I am simply so happy to be able to practice it and also share it with others. What I want to talk about today is this principle of world peace through individual peace. And seeing that Vethathiri Maharishi was such a great, he was so focused on promoting universalism and brotherhood, I'd like to share some artwork from a Danish artist, mystic, and philosopher. So this is the first picture I'd like to explain. If you can see my mouse, I will shortly explain what the different symbols mean. So this star here at the top symbolizes divinity. As you can see, divinity are shining 3 rays of light. This very first step of the pyramid symbolizes the earliest and simplest of mankind. As you can see, divinity shone its rays on them and guided them through these rays of orange color. Orange color symbolizes our old mythologies and tribal religions. Later, as mankind rose to the next level, you can see that this step is getting a little bit more light, whereas this one is more dark. That symbolizes that mankind evolves. And as mankind evolves, it becomes less and less dark. And finally, mankind became mature enough to receive a new kind of guidance, which is symbolized by the yellow rays, as you can see here. And then at the next step, the steps getting lighter and lighter, finally we get to the yellow ones. And the yellow ones symbolizes the religions which are humane in nature, such as the great religions of Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, etc. Finally, mankind was introduced to the thoughts of love, tolerance, and forgiveness. As we continue, we can see here, we finally have some white light. And this white light is what will guide mankind the last steps it needs to go to ascend finally to the highest level. And these white rays symbolize what this Danish artist has called spiritual science. And I would argue that the system of sky, which Vethathiri Maharishi has so graciously given to the world, is a part of this last ray, uniting reason and intellect with compassion and spirituality. So overall, this image shows this slow but steady ascent of mankind, and also how all of our different religions come from the very same source, divinity. So mankind is actually just one big family, and all our religions are from the same source. Now I will quickly move to the next. I have two to go. I'll try to be within the time frame. This symbol looks very serious, and it also is. I will start here in the middle where you can see the heart. This symbolizes an individual human being. As you can see, a big orange arc is coming onto it, and we see two swords in the heart. This symbolizes a bad karma from the past reaching an individual human being. The two swords symbolize that this one person, he continues the conflict. So they fight. That's the swords. And then that generates more negative karma, which would then come back in the future. So this is all on the individual level. However, if we go to the background, we can see a city in flames. This symbolizes the connection between the individual and all of society. As long as humankind is in conflict with one another, we will experience wars and conflict. And as you can see here, as a volcano erupting, that symbolizes natural disasters, but also sickness and disease, where this coronavirus is an example of that. As you all know, the coronavirus supposedly was transferred from animals to human beings. So many other epidemics are the same. HIV supposedly started from monkeys in Africa. We have the bird flu, the swine flu, so many epidemics, and now latest this coronavirus. And they're all due to the unnecessary suffering, killing, and eating of animals. So if we could just extend our circle of compassion to our friends, the animals, we would actually be without these diseases. And finally, the most serious image in this picture, the skeleton, you can see there's a dark light around him, which is blocking out the golden rays. So this symbolizes that as long as humankind is selfish and conflicts and toils with one another, that will spread to the whole world in conflict, war, natural disasters, and diseases. Finally, the last symbol I will share with you today symbolizes what we can achieve in the future. Once more, you see a big orange arc of a bad karma coming down upon a heart, which symbolizes an individual human being. However, this time, you can see two hands shaking. This means that the two human beings forgive each other and stop their conflict. Peace is attained. And as you can see, now a big yellow arc is going out towards the future. So that symbolizes a good karma has been created and the negative imprint has been stopped. And now if we go to the background and see how this individual action affects the whole world, you can see the dark clouds over the earth. They are slowly starting to disperse. And it is being dispersed by the light shining from this triangle and star, which symbolizes the rays of divinity. So overall, it shows that if each individual can just tolerate and forgive each other, then that can spread to the whole world and we can achieve world peace through individual peace. So that was my short introduction to perspective between Vethathiri Maharishi on the one hand and then this Danish mystic and philosopher on the other. So I would like to end on this note that, like Mr. Balachandran mentioned in the beginning, yes, it is possible to achieve peace in the world. If we just start with ourselves and become peaceful, it will spread to our family, then to our community, the society, our country, and finally to the whole world. May you all be blessed.
Thank you, Marcus. We give full marks to you for a wonderful explanation. How individual karmas can be changed and how it affects the entire world and how the whole universe is connected. Very beautifully put, very nicely with good diagrams. Yes, very descriptive. Thank you so much. It adds to our knowledge and let more and more people follow these things, and we could make the world the difference which we want in this world. Thank you very much, Max.
Rita, when I say her name, I become energetic. Such a lively person, always very active. You forget your tiredness when you are with her. A very good host. And she tried her level best in arranging courses in Florence and Italy. We had been there so many times and we had a wonderful time with her. Yes, you are welcome, Rita.
Thank you. Do you want me to speak English or in Italian?
Both.
A few lines.
Just for, yeah, just for 1 minute. You want to hear Italian and then go back to English.
Yes.
Ok, so I'll be very short. Ho conosciuto il metodo SKY 20 anni fa e quello che mi è piaciuto di questo metodo è il fatto che sia basato su 3 cose fondamentali: il corpo fisico, la mente e l'energia vitale. Per il corpo fisico ci sono gli esercizi fisici che sono semplicissimi. A me personalmente sono piaciuti particolarmente quelli per la schiena, quindi quando non ho tempo faccio solo quelli. Poi c'è il corpo mentale, la mente, e c'è la meditazione. La meditazione si basa sul sentire, percepire l'energia vitale. Poi c'è il Kaya Kalpa, che è difficile spiegare cosa sia, comunque serve per migliorare e mantenere l'energia vitale. E a me piace tantissimo il Kaya Kalpa perché quando sento un peso a livello del cuore che mi fa venire l'ansia al mattino, facendo Kaya Kalpa sento l'energia che fluisce, si mette in tutto il corpo e mi passa l'ansia e riesco a affrontare le giornate in modo molto più tranquillo e sereno. So I'll say something in English, but very briefly, because I think very few people understood what I said.
Yes.
Yeah, I understood every word of it, but I would like to hear in English also.
All right, so I'll be very brief because I'm not an intellectual person. I'm a very simple, I call myself a mountain rabbit. But anyway, so I came across this Kundalini, simplified Kundalini yoga about 20 years ago in Germany. And what I liked about this method was that, which is a way of life, really, is that it's based on 3 very simple things, which are the body, the mind, and the life energy. So we are made up of these 3 things, basically. So for the body, we have physical exercises, which are very simple, and I personally enjoy the ones for the back, so that I do them every day, if I don't have time to do the others. For the meditation, I do that every morning, and it focuses on your life energy, which I'd never come across such an idea. And then Kaya Kalpa, it's difficult to explain what it is, but I enjoy doing that. It's very important for me to do that because when I wake up in the morning, I often have this feeling of heaviness, of fear within me. And I feel that by doing Kaya Kalpa, the energy starts flowing. And I don't feel fear or stress anymore. And I can start the day with a peaceful attitude, which is good for me, but it's good for the people around me as well. So I would say this simplified Kundalini yoga has been very helpful to me. I've been doing it for the past 20 years. I'm 66 and I have not taken any tablets. I have no health issues, and it could very well be that it's because I'm doing all this. So I thank Bala, Jay, and Raja for having come to Italy such a long way. And thank you to you all, and I wish you a good life. Ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah, thank you. You're a good ambassador for Sky. Okay, both in Italian and in English.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to tell all of our friends that she and her husband Sante,
The whole family.
the daughter, all of them, they've been doing fantastic job for us. They've been translating many of the works from English to Italian and things like that. And she used to be a constant translator, moving around with us. taking us everywhere. Thank you very much, madam. Thanks. Be blessed, Vethathiri.
Be blessed.
Thank you.
Be blessed. Be blessed. The next one, two speakers. Radna Aranja, sisters from Switzerland, young yoga masters and teaching languages, other languages in Switzerland. Welcome to the session. They came to the ashram, stayed there for 1 month and became yoga masters. Yes, you can start your thoughts.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Be blessed by the divine. So, as Jayantiyamma said, we went to the ashram in 2017, and it was our first experience with yoga and with all Maharishi concept and philosophy. This was, for me, it was a really unexpected event because I always wanted to learn yoga, but I never find the time. And in 2017, I had the opportunity to go to the ashram in Alyar for 1 month, where I learned more about Maharishi and his philosophy. And a lot of teachers taught me SKY yoga, different type of meditation, and also some helpful exercise for the mind. And when I was there, I really had the feeling that Maharishi's philosophy was somehow indirectly related to my life, and I could really relate with everything that he taught us and brought to this world. This time of my life in Alyar, I cannot believe that it's happened, and I'm really grateful that I was there. And this opportunity, I wish that everyone can have the opportunity to learn Maharishi's philosophy and SKY yoga, of course. And his philosophy is actually very simply explained and accessible to everyone. And if you have the opportunity to do that, it will help not only on the mind and body, but also on the soul. And your surrounding will also be positively affected. So I really recommend for those people who don't know about Maharishi, Vethathiri Maharishi's philosophy, it's something that you won't regret at all. So thank you.
I will also speak, but in French, so it will also reach French speakers. C'est en 2017 que je me suis familiarisée avec la philosophie Vethathiri Maharishi. Ma première véritable expérience avec Maharishi, c'était en 2017 en Suisse, lorsque Balachandran Ayya et sa femme Jayantiyamma sont venus en Suisse pour partager la philosophie de Vethathiri Maharishi. J'ai toujours voulu apprendre à méditer correctement, mais sauf que je ne savais pas par où commencer et par quoi commencer. Et grâce à eux, j'ai pu apprendre la méditation basique, ainsi que le SKY yoga, bien sûr. En 2017, j'avais également fini une partie de mes études et avant de poursuivre la suite, j'ai eu l'opportunité de me rendre en Inde pour approfondir mes connaissances et pratiquer plus de yoga et de méditation. Et tout cela grâce à Balachandran Ayya et sa femme Jayantiyamma qui nous ont inscrits à un cours de 2 mois à l'ashram de Vethathiri Maharishi à Alyar en Inde. Là-bas, j'ai pu apprendre tous les types de méditation de Vethathiri Maharishi ainsi que le SKY yoga en l'espace de 4 semaines seulement. Et on a pu aussi faire le cours pour devenir enseignante. Faire du yoga et de la méditation m'a vraiment influencée positivement. Cela m'a permis d'être bien concentrée durant mes cours et de toujours véhiculer de l'énergie positive, ce qui est très important dans la vie quotidienne. En plus de cela, j'arrive à bien gérer d'autres situations dans ma vie et de trouver l'harmonie parfaite. La philosophie de Maharishi est bien imprégnée dans ma vie et surtout quand j'ai réalisé que l'univers est vraiment la source de toutes choses, mais vraiment de toutes choses. Il faut me croire. La philosophie de Vethathiri Maharishi est expliquée de façon très simple et le SKY yoga, une des types de yoga, mais vraiment expliquée et pratiquée de façon très simple, que tout le monde peut faire, autant les jeunes, les adultes, les personnes âgées et les enfants. En pratiquant régulièrement la méditation ainsi que les différents types de méditation, bien sûr, ainsi que le yoga, vous ressentirez non seulement des changements positifs dans votre corps et votre esprit, mais aussi dans votre vie en général et vous vivrez bien sûr en harmonie. Si vous aussi vous voulez découvrir l'aspect calme et positif de votre vie, n'hésitez pas à contacter un centre SKY proche de chez vous si ce n'est pas encore fait. Voilà. Alors, merci de votre attention. Thank you very much for your attention. And thank you very much, Balachandranaya, Jentiaman, Rajashekharanna, for your invitation, and also SKY Norway.
Thank you. Thank you. We never thought that French can be spoken so fast. Okay.
So fluent in French.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
It's nice that such young persons are so passionate about yoga, and being in Switzerland, where English is there, French is there, German is there, and it's a country of neutrality. And with such young persons coming forward to spread this knowledge, we are very sure that the future is in very safe hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk a bit about the SKY meditation and how much I have benefited from this. SKY meditation has given me the opportunity to explore my inner self. Before I joined SKY meditation, I initially thought that it was more about stretching and yoga exercises in the sense of physical activity. However, I realized that it is much deeper concept of connecting with your inner self and other living things that exist in the universe, and how to build this harmony with everything surrounding you. In order to better understand the philosophy of life, which comprises of different tools such as analyzing your thought, neutralizing your anger, and moralization of your desire. They are all concepts that are used to create peace with yourself and with everything. You will get all these concepts and more by joining SKY Meditation Diploma. We are all students of the universe, and we will continue to learn as we grow. And in this opportunity, I want to send my appreciation and thanks to my master, Shaker, for all his efforts. Lastly, thank you. السلام عليكم. بالهي بالمدن. بغيت أتكلم شوي عن السكاي مديتيشن. مركز سكاي مديتيشن أعطوني الفرصة أن أكتشف الذات أو النفس الداخلية. في البداية اعتقدت أن الأمر يتعلق بالنشاط البدني، مثلا تروحين مكان تسوين ستريتشنج، تسوين رياضة تمدد، هالأمور. بعد ذلك لما انضميت لهم عرفت أن مفهوم التأمل عندهم أعمق بكثير، من خلال تعلم التقنيات والتواصل مع ذاتك ومع جميع الكائنات الحية الموجودة في الكون، وأيضا كيف أبني هذا الانسجام مع كل شيء وأكون in harmony، أكون في انسجام تام مع الأشياء اللي حواليني. في هناك أدوات خاصة لفهم فلسفة الحياة، مثلا التحكم في الغضب، تحليل الأفكار، إطفاء روح الأخلاق السامية والحميدة في كل معاملاتنا مع الناس. كل هذه الأمور تعلمتها لما انضميت إلى كورس الدبلومة. أخيرا جميعنا طلبة في هذا الكون، ودائما أنا حاطة في بالي مثل اللي يقول نطلب العلم من المهد إلى اللحد. لازم نستمر في طلب العلم والمعرفة طالما نحن أحياء ونتنفس. وبهالمناسبة بعد بغيت أشكر ماستر شيكر على كل مجهوده معانا في البحرين.